right, boys. It's chow time. You going, Stripe? I'm just making sure the kitties go where they're supposed to go before I try to put my feet where I need to put my feet. Don and I were just in there talking about eggs. Eric the carnivore on X and a bunch of other people that actually have chickens were talking about linoleic acid in eggs. Linoleic acid is not good. Hi. I'm trying to get you in frame. There we go. Good morning, Morris. Good morning. Okay, Tux went around on the backside and I hear the chickens. They haven't heard me yet though. I can see them. They will run over like their mama is here. Well, let me put this down for Stripey. He's been eating in the house, so he probably doesn't care right now. Hi, bud. Yeah, let me go back in the house and get the food for the chickens. You guys hear the woodpecker? Alright, it is quite the sunny day. We have bird singing, woodpeckers doing their thing, and construction noise. I cannot wait for that construction project to be over with, but then I'm sure they'll think of another way to disturb the sounds of nature on this part of the city, county. Good morning. Hi. Here you go. Good morning, sweet pea. Hi. Good girl. Good girl. I am on my way to pick up Sam. I don't think I said that we were getting together today for coffee and cats, but we are. Yeah, I should be grabbing them around 11:20. I tried to buy a ribeye roast at Harris Teeter on the way in yesterday because ribeyes were on sale, and at 2 o'clock in the afternoon there were no butchers available to cut me a roast, and because they were going off sale last night, they didn't have any left that were cut, and I was frustrated. Anyway, we're having just ribeyes today. Oh, poor us, I know, I realize, but the roast was a little easier on me, maybe. Or maybe not. I don't know. We're going to probably stop at Guardian Angel. Here comes a dump truck past on the way back through town for a few minutes and then hang out at the house, you know, have a early dinner, late lunch kind of a thing. Ruby's charged up to 203 miles. I think she was charging when I left. I don't know. Not 100% sure. I know that we can charge during the middle of the day. Since we started using the updated Tesla capabilities for all of the charging instead of splitting back and forth between TeslaFi and Tesla app, because the Tesla app or in-car settings can handle it all now much better than it used to, is keeping the cars charged up better when we're driving more than less miles. It's working well. The cars are charging at all of the times that it's allowed for them to charge without somebody having to think about it or adjust it or whatever. So that's goodness. We didn't, obviously we didn't walk this morning, and we didn't walk this morning because of Don's dentist appointment. Don made his appointment best as he can remember for 11 a.m. because he knows we'd be done walking with enough cushion for him to get up there at 11. And it was on his calendar for 11, and then when they sent him the appointment reminder, it was for 10:15. So it seems lately all of the dentists in the area, first off, they only are open 4 days a week, but maybe that's because they work long days So I get that. I understand the concept of 4 10s or whatever instead of, 5 8s. I get that. But the other thing is that they like to really keep their schedule very packed. And so my experience is they call and they ask you to move your appointment or arrive. Can you come early? There's all of this extra stuff about it. I guess by the time you have manpower, I guess now they were calling to ask, can you move up your appointment by 15 minutes? Or, so we've got a little extra room, more room than we thought or whatever. Uses manpower. So now I think they're just, we need to tighten up the schedule, so we move your appointment before we send you the appointment reminder, and then that's cool. Well, people make appointments at certain times because that's, the time you offered them, and that's the time they pick, so probably changing it. I don't know for sure they changed it. Dawn and I just highly suspect they did. There's no way Dawn made an appointment for 10:15. That would have canceled our walk time, and we both tried not to do that if at all not to have overlapping things if at all possible. Anyway, here, let Ruby drive. She did a really good job most of the trip yesterday. I let her drive, and the beeping is still the non-cabin camera hardware 3 cars letting me know that I've engaged, and also entering the construction zone still causes a beep, and it's both right then. So yes, Ruby, we all know I'm torquing the wheel and you're just beeping at me for no reason. I'm probably really ready to not have to torque the wheel anymore. Wow, I am coming up on 10:10. I just crossed the turnpike. They're still finalizing up here on the surface street. There's still construction barrels. There are construction projects all up and down 401. I've already had to get out of the right lane and then had to get out of the left lane, and this road is just not good to drive on. I guess I should be thanking my lucky stars that I'm not out here driving to and from downtown Raleigh every day anymore, because what started out as a kind of a long, getting tired of it day after day drive, but it's the right thing for the boys and my kids, and clearly it was. And two, it's just really dangerous because there are so many construction projects. And look, I'm not complaining about all progress. What I'm frustrated about is the number of projects allowed to be going on simultaneously on this road, impeding people's commute to where they need to go. I just wish they would slow it down a little bit. I realize all that land back there is going to get developed and people want their money, and it's just a little too fast. Every 3 miles you got to move from the left lane to the right lane, back to the left lane. It's just nonstop. It's just not very safe out here. So that's my one and only complaint about US Highway 401 today. It used to be you could get from Fuquay to Raleigh in a reasonable amount of time safely, and now you can't, in my opinion. It's just my opinion. Yeah, I guess what I'm trying to say is before all of this development happened, they should have designated this road as a limited access highway with plans to become future interstate. And they should not have allowed all these additional accesses to the US highway. We've got like US Highway 74 that goes through Monroe. By the time I left down there, which was a long time ago, it was too little too late. There was all of this built up stuff out there. And between Charlotte and Monroe, they just allowed it to keep on getting built up and keep on getting built up. But when I moved here in 93, and then even in 2000 and even in 2010, it was still containable. This stretch of US highway had not come into that urban crawl kind of ruination, and now it's just too late. Now they've allowed this to happen. We have no good access between Fuquay, but really what that means is people coming in from Johnston and Harnett and even Chatham counties to try to get north into Raleigh or whatever, we've basically ruined the road. We've allowed, thank God that 421 we take the back roads from our house to get to Greensboro to go to Charlotte. That's been designated as a future interstate. And so they're going to beef it up and make it better and turn it into an interstate. They're not going to allow this that's happened here to happen there. So that road will stay. But for the people trying to get from Fuquay to Raleigh, it's too late. It's too late now. I just call it poor planning. I've got Sam now, and we are turned around and headed back to Fuquay. We got some good stuff. You got a shirt, and you got a gift for a friend, yep. And we got something to have fun with Tux, picture-wise.
We'll have fun at Tux.
Right, exactly. And I got an owl hand towel. We are headed to the house to cook, have an early meal, and spend some time in particular with Tux. I'm sure he will love to come in and have lap time.
Tux Wednesday.
Yep. Wow, you got 2 for the price of 1. Morris and Tux came over right away. Wow, Morris, that's such a good boy. Dynamite.
Dynamite. It was booming in here.
Yeah, Don started scooping, and apparently we missed the siren that time. But the house shook pretty good.
Shook pretty good.
So Tux has had 2 40-minute lap sessions with Sam, and we had a nice steak, and we're fixing to have some good ice cream. Well, we are headed to take Sam home. It was getting cold, dark, and sleepy, so Don's driving. Thank you, Donnie.
You're welcome. Thank you, Mr. Don. Yep.
Yeah, we had a good time, though. Sam is taking the Pokemon cards back and started looking through them and was looking forward to seeing what we got from all of those finds at Guardian Angel. I used to buy Pokemon cards for the kids just like I buy Legos now.
She's got her blinker on.
Full self-driving may be degraded is what she's saying.
Wow.
This is right across from Willow Springs High School. We have no clue.
But she did perfect. She did nothing. She did great. She slowed down, turned her blinker on, moved into that no man's land.
I just didn't see that she said that emergency lights were detected, which she does sometimes. But yeah, the driving was fine. Hope it wasn't anything too serious. It was county police instead of Fuquay.
Sheriff, yeah.
Yeah.
Fire and sheriff.